Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to disassemble all the pieces and then clean it up and paint it and then assemble it again. Finally, we have all the pieces disassembled, and this is all that we're going to need to assemble this bulldozer. Starting with the main frame, we have the two motors, the 5240 5555. These are really powerful motors, and they run at 12 volts and 80 RPMs. And as you can see here, guys, this part here are the ESCs. There are one for each motor. These are some weights that I have added in this area. And here is the receiver and the two dual ESC for all the arms and the blade movement. And then here is the sound module, and this one is the sound module and the spot also for the fan. And this part here is a speaker sound box, and in this part, this is the equalizer bar, and this is the pivotal shaft. So we are going to assemble it from here. And by the way, this is an aluminum bar, it's really cheap. Another really important are these threaded rod M4 that connect the two motors, and that give a lot of strength to the assembly. On the manual, I explain the length of those and how to assemble it. Basically, you put it first in one and then you turn it into the other one. Let's assemble now this part. It's really important that this rod has the same distance from here to here in both sides. finished painting all the pieces for the bulldozer, but I made a mistake. I used this primer that is kind of gray, dark gray, and then for the paint I use this acrylic one, yellow acrylic, but then when you put that paint on top of this one, it creates this coloring yellowish, no, green here, that it is not good, and also it takes too many layers of that yellow paint to cover the gray. So I will not recommend that method. I will recommend buying spray that is already yellow and try it that way. Now I have here the patterns to the windows in plastic for these frames, and also I had to work on the light, adding LED lights here and also here on the front, of the chassis. Now this is testing the LEDs, lights, and seeing what resistor I had to use. So this is a 100 ohm resistor and is receiving 5 volts and 200 milliamperes. So here on the LEDs we have in parallel 3 LEDs here, and using this resistor, so it's not getting any hot here, and it's 3 volts, almost 2.96. And over here is the consumption is 17 milliamp with 85 milliwatts. Now what I'm doing here is creating the lights on the roof, and for that I place all the 3 LEDs in their position, for example here in this corner, and then I'm using a little piece of plastic, transparent plastic, and I sanded it a little bit so it will create this white color on the plastic instead of being transparent. And then I cut the little pieces and creating here like the glass for the light. I'm doing this in the same way for the other side of this piece. Now for the beacon light, we have 3 LEDs here, yellow, and we have a 82 ohm resistor. Here we have almost 2 volts on each LED, and we are providing 5 volts. And this is a power consumption of that circuit is 34 milliamps and 170 milliwatts. This is the circuit for the beacon light already working. For the spotlight, the LEDs that are around 5 millimeters are too big to be inside the case. So for that reason, I have opted for some SMD LEDs. And the way that I found those one around my house was a LED strip that was broken, so I got one of those over there. So this is a LED strip that I have found, and I'm going to only cut one of these ones and then put it inside the case, and that will be my spotlight. Now this is the LED working. Now it's already wired, and I only have to connect it. And this is with 3 volt. It's consuming 35 milliamps, 100 watt, 0.1 watt. Now I only had to put this one into the case, and we have the spotlight. Now here I connected a 47 ohm resistor and supplying 3 volts to the LED, and with 5 volts, that is the sun and light module that I will use. Now these are the spotlight working with the resistors here and 5 volt supply. These are the cabin lights working now with the spotlight also. Now we have our first window. We have all the frames with their windows. Now we need to solder plastering. Finally, we attach the console panel. And our cabin is complete. This is the engine cover, and here we can install the filter and the exhaust using these screws. I think this is 1.7 millimeters and 1.7 by 10. I have created this LED assembly circuit with a resistor here, the same way that I create the other ones for the roof. And I am ready to assemble it here on the front as the headline for the bulldozer. Now let's proceed to fill up the tanks with weights. By the way, each of these one will carry half kilograms on weights. Now that the tank is full of weights, using 4 and 2x6 screw, we attach the tank to the floor of the cabin. This is the assembly of the side tanks with the floor of the cabin. So you guys have to file here a little bit of this piece so that the blade can angle this way. Let's now assemble the main blade. Now that we have the two tilt actuators connected to the arms, we have to full extend one and full retract one before connected to the blade. And the blade and arm assembly is complete. And this time I'm going to use a little bit of glue so to prevent that this actuator will not move back and forth. And this is the repair assembly complete, ready to attach to the main frame. I made this little cutoff here on the row so I can put a screwdriver and turn the row when I assemble it. So the way that I'm going to do is I'm going to put the row, then the washer, and then a nut. This is the wire routing. You have these ones coming here and then entering this hole, and these lifting ones are here and entering this hole. And this one on the new file, it has a dot here and a space where you can run the wire and then put it either here or on the other side. Now that all the servos are connected, we do a test run. Then we put this piece here. I have updated this piece to be in two pieces on the new file, so it will be a little different to this one, because I want to make it easier to print. We can tie this knot here, and the distance between here has to be the same in the other side. Now that the actuators are in place, we can connect it with the arms. It is time now to assemble the undercarriage. Using a little thread lock in this area to secure this knot. Then on the tensor we put these two springs and we insert it here. Now it's time to put the track. Another way to install the tracks, if it is too difficult, we just remove one of the link . This is the detail of the sound model. Here we have the power. Then we have the input for the I-bus that coming from the receiver. This receiver that I have there. It's a fly sky. This is the output for the speaker. And all these pins here are the output for the lights. So these are the headlights and it's connected to the front LEDs that we see here. Now for the cabin, I have all these wires that are for the lights. So I had to create some or attach some connectors here for the pins and then route those cables through all these cables here and secure the upper part of the cabin of the tanks here with the main frame. These are the front spotlights, and I created using the same method. So these are SMD LED there with the wires, and it's all 3D printed. And I think it looks really good to be only 3D printed. And the best is those are in scale with the model. For the spotlight, I have to add this 47 ohms resistor in each of the lights, and then create a wire for connected to the sun and light model. To create a connector for these smart wires, I use these Servo extensions kit with this casing of only 2 wires. Now that we have connected all the wires, we can proceed to attach the cabin to the main frame. Lastly, let's assemble the letter. And the shovel. The assembly is complete. You already saw all the capabilities of this model at the beginning of this video. The only thing that I was missing was the lights. I'm going to put the battery to show that. We have reached the end of this building series for the Bulldozer. I have received really good feedback on this model assembly. A lot of people like this Bulldozer, and I just want to say thank you for buying those files and support me on this channel. Thank you also for all of those people that has liked and subscribed. I think right now it's 600. My goal is to reach 1,000. So help me guys to reach that goal. And also, if you have any comments or question, please leave me the comments below. I will reply really soon all your questions. It's a lot of work doing all this job, shooting the videos by myself and going to the field and doing all these amazing videos for you guys. So thank you for all your support. And I have also a Facebook group where you guys can share with others the results or the finishes of your models and share with the community. I just want to say thank you again for all of you guys. See you on the next video. Bye.